Hello, it's me, Kyle, and this is Give Pause Hobby with a special short little video for you to celebrate something that hasn't quite happened, at least not as of the filming of this, but should be happening soon, and that is 750 subscribers. Woohoo! If that's one of you, thank you for being here. If it's not one of you, consider being one. There's a reason why. We'll get to that in a little bit. But I know for a lot of other channels that is, small potatoes, as they say, but it is the biggest of potatoes for this channel. Not that it's anything that I'm looking to make a shift into. I love what I do as a band director with crazy middle schoolers. More than I ever thought that I would, but I also, more than I ever thought I would, love what I do here, which is make videos about what I'm excited about, and teach games that I love. It means the world to me when I hear messages from people saying that a few different things. One, that they learned something that they didn't know before. Two, that they get the impression that I'm not constantly chasing after something new, but enjoying the games that I have, which is a miracle, because that is not what's going on in here, though I'm trying to change that and make it so. But I love hearing that just the same. And three, just that people are, it's clear that I'm excited about what I'm making videos about, because, well, I am. So if I wasn't, then what am I even doing here? Speaking of which, 750 subscribers, that's pretty exciting, especially because it didn't seem like that long ago that I was, well, I guess it's actually kind of long ago, the 500 sub thing. But anyways, I thought this is a time for me to say thank you to the people who have made this channel possible. Well, I mean, my, just constant scatterbrain need to do something different made it possible. But for all you who made it enjoyable as it's been, and that's going to be to give away a game. Surprise, surprise. I'm sure you didn't see that coming. The game may actually be a surprise unless you saw the thumbnail, in which case it probably isn't. So this is going to be a copy of Grant Rodiek's SPQF, which is a play on SPQR, which is a Roman phrase for the Senate and people of Rome, and he just changed the R with an F of the forest. For those who don't know, SPQF was the precursor to what was the game that kickstarted independently that became Fort. So I'm probably showing you some pictures right now of in SPQF you are playing as, or rather the cards you're using are denizens of the forest, which are in 6 different suits. So for those of you who've played Fort, this is very similar in terms of your deck building, but only able to play a limited amount, as opposed to most deck builders, which is just an onslaught of cards. There are 6 different suits that provide you with 6 different flavors of what you can do in the game. It's filled with wooden components, and it's just, this packaging is just super wonderful. The art is amazing. It's this, all these, Roman era, but animals that live in the forest. Anyways, this is a limited game. There are not more of these that are being made. The reason I'm giving this away, not that Fort is, I love Fort. I've really enjoyed playing SPQF as well. It's not like it's a mainstay of the channel. The reason I'm giving this away is because I was lucky enough to have won this in I believe it was on Twitter. There's sort of a, hey, say something here and I'll draw a name and one of you will get my copy of this out of print, one-time print run game. And I thought it's just an opportunity for me to pass that on. And in so doing, I'm going to do something that I have not done before, which is make this international. I have no idea. I will probably maybe regret that. I have no idea how to even go about shipping things internationally, but I will do my best. So I know there are people from elsewhere who are watching my videos, and I want to be as thankful to them as I am to those in the States. So if you would like to join this this drawing for a copy of SPQF, it's used. I mean, it is super well taken care of. It was when I got it. I did not like bang it up a ton. I put some extra baggies in here actually, but it's your copy, and there aren't any more of these being made. What you need to do is, first of all, be subscribed, and you can be someone who's been subscribed all the way since I was making videos in the garage, as opposed to here in this little green screen I've set up in my classroom. Or you could be someone who just subscribed. Doesn't matter. You just need to be subbed to the channel, and then in the comments down below, what I want you to do is write a memory or a certain game or a certain component or a certain play group or a games weekend, something that when you think board games makes you happy and sticks out in your memory. Because the other reason this channel exists is because I love board games. I love that they bring people together. I love that they give us the opportunity to sit across from the table and get really angry or really happy or frustrated or whatever. And my mind is filled with memories of things that made me really happy. I'll give you some. I won't bore you because I did say this is going to be a short video, which those of you who've been around the channel for a while know, never take that at face value. So one, like way back, that's coming in a cycle now. I do remember poring over the details of Escape from Planet Unknown or Planet X, or I can't remember I always forget the name, but it's from Discovery Toys, which my mom was a dealer of, and it's a marble game, a literal roll and move, because you drop the marble down the little funnel, and you're going around picking up pieces of your spaceship, putting it back together, and then taking off. And on this map were like these 4 distinct regions. It was like the classic, lush green, winter, desert, lava. And they had just like all these details, like the green area was going down like the back of a giant fossil of like a dinosaur, and there are these slides to go down with your marble. Super fun. And anyways, my children are learning about it because I found a used copy after ours went who knows where years ago. And yeah, we just have fun moving them around. My older daughter is actually, we're working on the rolling and moving aspect of it. And then even approaching like playing a real game, rules and everything. We've played other smaller games, and this one's not like super complicated, but there are times when she's just like, well, I'm just gonna roll one more time, which is adorable. Another one, back in 2011, is that right? When Lords of Waterdeep came out, this was like my entry to the hobby, like officially. I'd played years of Magic. We grew up with board games, but kind of just like as something to do, not really like a passion. And Lords of Waterdeep, somehow I was made aware of this because I was much more into video games at the time, and I just thought that sounded like a ton of fun. And so I pre-ordered it sight unseen, and I brought it on a 2-week tour. I mean, with the Army National Guard Band out of Wisconsin. And for 2 weeks, we were going around Wisconsin playing concerts. And pretty much, I would say, definitely the majority. Not every night, but of 12 nights that we were on the road, I would say easily 8. There was at least one game of Lords of Waterdeep, and there was one night where there was 3. And it wasn't even with the same people, which was the coolest thing. It was just like the people we had in that group were just primed to do something fun together, the tactile of like nature of board games, but also like the geekiness of it all being in the, veneer of Dungeons and Dragons, and we played so much. And one of the coolest ones was some of my friends in the unit. I was going to go swimming in the pool one night, and I was like, I think I'm not playing right now, because it was like the 4th night in a row it would have been. And like, well, I think I know the rules pretty well. Could I teach it to other people? So it wasn't even that they were just like going and playing it without me. It was they wanted to take the game that they could onboard new people who I hadn't even taught yet. It was just like this wild thing that it had such widespread appeal in the unit. We've had some cool board game experiences in that organization since then, but nothing anywhere close to that, and that was really fun. The first time, so I've been a part of 3 different like friend conventions. GeekCon was the first, that predated me by like 15 years, so I was joining a storied tradition. After that, when I realized that was a thing people could do, be like, hey, this is a weekend we're gonna make ours, or like a day or whatever. My wife and I came up with PumpCon, which would be, because my birthday is the end of October, I would much rather just get together and play board games than like have a party or anything. And so we did that with our friends, and then a couple of years after that, we did a FrostCon, just a weekend for me and my wife to get away. We love our children, but they are a lot, as any parents of, single digit and low single digit kids know. And we went to a tiny house and we played a ton of board games and just enjoyed being around each other like we used to before kids, for just a weekend. And anytime we like started those, it's like all that planning, and then you finally get to it, and when things are working, you're just like, I get to just enjoy these people that I have cultivated around me that I love, and play these games, and it's super fun. Yeah. And then the last one, I'm giving a ton of examples, and you're probably not even tuned in here because you already know the rules of the game, is Root, pretty unsurprisingly. So the most recent teaching or onboarding I've done was, again, with that guard unit when we were down in Oklahoma for 2 weeks. And I did a number of solo games when I was down there, but there were 5 people, but one dropped out, who had kind of shown interest in this game either previously or when they saw me playing it down there, or I was like, hey, you are someone who likes X, Y, or Z. Let me pitch you this game and see if you're interested. And all of them were, and I made the decision. I was like, you know what? I'm not going to play. I'm just going to be super table nanny. And I'm going to kind of treat it like I'm at a convention or something, and I'm just teaching Root and facilitating it. That way they can ask me questions, they can show me their hand of cards, do whatever they need, ask me about strategies, and there's no conflict of interest. There was 4 new players, and just watching the discovery of the game and kind of like their brains wrapping around the theme and mechanics of their faction was just super fun. And it reminded me why I love the game so much, and yeah, can't wait to play more with them now that they're no longer newbies. So anyways, down in the comments, let me know what one thing, it could be a single, like I said, component, a game, a play group, a single memory, whatever, that means a bunch to you about board games. And after a week, so whenever this video goes up, there will be a drawing. I'll go through everyone who's made a comment, and I'll put it into a random number generator, and then once I get a winner, I'll make sure that you're subscribed, because you need to be subscribed. And if you are, and your number was drawn, then I will reach out to you, and I'll reply to the comment, so hopefully you'll see it and reply, and we'll be in touch about where you live, how I ship it to you. If you're out of the States, I might need your help. But you can get your very own copy of SPQF. Now, it is in English. I don't have any control over that. So I'm happy to ship it to wherever you are, but just understand that what I'm holding in my hand is only going to be useful to you if English is what you enjoy playing games in, or you're happy to play games in. I mean, I guess you're watching this video, so that's probably not the hugest of issues for anyone. But I just wanted to make that clear, that I don't have access to like a bunch of other language versions of this. It's just this one. So anyways, thank you so much for being here. It really does mean a ton that anyone watches any of my videos at all. And I just wanted to say that thank you in a more concrete way. It's not like I typically have like subscription drives or anything like that on the channel. I think I can go videos at a time and forget to even mention to subscribe. So it's clearly not my strong suit. And yet, even still, here we are at almost 750. I would imagine and hope that we might even be cracking that as this video is going on. Maybe some new people who are subbing just for this opportunity, which if that's you, great, welcome. And if you've been here longer than that, thank you so much. Later this week, I do have back to my normal content. I have a real chonky Root video coming out, and I have some new exciting stuff coming down the road, as well as some more Root stuff as well. So anyways, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for being here, especially if you've made it to this point. It means a lot. So thanks for taking a pause with Give Pause Hobby, and hope to see you here next time. And the lucky one of you will be playing my copy, which was previously someone else's copy of SPQF, and we'll just see when that happens. So thanks, and see you next time.